Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you are watching this, and welcome back to Reborn. So today we are talking about my first 5,000 miles in the Mercedes SLK 200, and I have to be honest with you, it is the best 5,000 miles I have ever driven. I've been driving for 5 years now, and this has just been the most insane car to experience. I'm still lost for words. I do not know how to describe this car, but we're going to try. You join me today on the A3. I'm heading home from a nice day at work today. We've had a brilliant day, as you will see from a new series that is coming out called Reborn Weekly. Now I don't know if that's going to be the final name. To be honest, I don't want it to be the final name of the series that is coming out, but I need to think of something different than Reborn Weekly, because it just sounds a bit too plain. I'm not too sure, but if you can help me out on what to call this series is based on what I do in a week, basically. So I don't know if you've seen This Week at Yanamai's or Asheville Weekly. Again, Asheville Weekly is another reason why I do not want to call this Reborn Weekly, but for the first episode we will have to call it Reborn Weekly. But back on track, heading back to this car. But we are getting off topic. That series is coming out very soon. The first episode is either coming out on the Monday or the Wednesday, I'm not too sure, but that is coming out. But back to today's video, the first 5,000 miles. Now, start off with, as I've already said, I'm lost for words to describe this car. It's been the best driving experience, and I've been loving every single second of it, with even more modifications to come to the SLK. So I'm not really sure how to lay out this video, but to describe what I've done in the first 5,000 miles. And I'll be honest, the majority of that is just driving to work. I work in Portsmouth at the moment, so it's about a half an hour to 45-minute drive from where I live, and I have to take this road every single day. So I have no complaints about the drive. Like, the car drives absolutely perfect. As it's an older car, we don't see the tyres. They're aligned perfectly, so I'm not juddering about a lot. But yeah, other than the drive to work, it's been a perfect car. It's very affordable to run. I'm averaging about 32 miles per gallon. That is also in manual mode, where I can absolutely rag it on days where I just feel like waking myself up a little bit more. And you know, I haven't had any issues with the car at all as of yet. I do have the check brake pads warning coming up, but that is something that I guess we did have to expect, being a car from 2013 with still the original calipers and the original brake pads on the car, I'm guessing. So we're going to have to be changing the brake pads, but I still haven't lost that much brake power. I'm still stopping quite easily, and they are pretty strong brakes as well, so no complaints about that. As well as, you know, the seat warmers still work well. It's been warming me up during the winter time, but we are getting towards summertime, so I can turn the temperature down. I can put the roof down a lot more, which I have been doing recently. And when I got the new exhaust fitted with the roof down, it sounds even more insane than with the roof up. I don't know if you can hear this, but I'm accelerating now just to try and get past this car. We're in 7th gear right now, and it still pulls so well. We might have to do an engine clean sometime soon, just to see if there's any bit of dirt that is making me lose power, because we need more power. And I really haven't been ragging this car that much. I know I've got a straight through exhaust at the moment, so you know, with how loud this car is, I haven't been pulled over yet, luckily. I don't intend to, I don't think I will. I have driven past police cars quite often now. It seems like they don't have any complaints with the exhaust, so that is an up. As well as having the exhaust fitted, I haven't had to worry about it being so loud in the mornings where I'm just like, you know, let's put the stock exhaust back on because I'm having too much fun with this exhaust. And I'm in a high gear, and I don't think that you guys can actually hear the exhaust unless I put my foot down like that. You can't really hear anything, especially in the high gears. So yeah, I'm not really sure what else to say about the car. It's just been an absolutely brilliant experience to be driving, and with the exhaust on here as well, it sounds amazing. The amount of miles that I've done going to and from work, there's been a lot of miles added to the car. So I did buy this at 43,000 miles, and I've had this coming up to 3 months now, so 5,000 miles in 3 months to do with work, and obviously the video that I brought out with the small meet that we had at Portsdown. I have no complaints at all. So I guess that's sort of an overview of my first 5,000 miles, that I have no complaints and I haven't really had any issues. The power is still there, but I do want to take it for an engine clean just in case there is anything that is restricting the power. Turbo is working very well, boost is working very well. I have no complaints. So as well as doing the 5,000 miles, I will talk to you about the current running costs I have with the car. So the insurance, I pay that monthly. It is different for everyone, so if you are wanting a car like this, you're not going to find the same quote that I have got given. But £80 a month is pretty, you know, I can live with that. £80 a month, that's probably the best insurance quote I have got. It was even cheaper than my first car, but as you add the years of driving experience to your record, the insurance does come down a considerable amount, and this is the least amount of insurance I've had to pay out, so I am absolutely gassed about that. As well as tax, I can't even remember off the top of my head. I think it's like £250 for the year. Again, no complaints. I'll pay that, no problem at all. If it means I get to experience this car at a reasonable price, I will happily pay that, and I obviously have done. I'm in this car and I've got this on the road. And then we get to the, we'll call it the juicy bits. So I've got external breakdown cover as well, so I'm with RAC. I didn't go with my insurance providers. I've got that on a nice deal, half price for the year, so £95. That has paid for a year of full coverage from the RAC. Having said that, I do know someone that does work for the RAC, so if he watches this channel and he can hook me up with an even better discount, hit me up. I wouldn't mind saving a bit of money for myself. And then we get to the miles per gallon. So as I said earlier, in manual mode, sport mode, I'm averaging about 32 miles per gallon. If I'm driving it in eco mode, I can easily breeze past 36 miles per gallon.